Okay then. Oh, okay. There we go. What was the point? What was I just fucking talking about? That is kind of the thesis statement behind the entire... Yeah, but that's kind of the that is kind of the thesis statement behind all these videos, aside from fuck the haters, which is a very critical and important part of the idea behind these videos. Is what bad Sonic games? You know, we've played all of them except for one, and I've already talked about that, so we're done. That game erased itself from continuity anyway, so I don't know, like, whatever. Jesus! That's part of the argument is fuck the haters, but a core aspect of fuck the haters is, what bad Sonic games? I'm playing through all of these games, or seeing me play them, and seeing what they have to offer and what their merits are on their own value. There we go. And you know, some of them I really like. Some of them I don't really like. There we go. But none of them I would say are bad. Like people shit talk Sonic all day up and down out their assholes. And I'm sitting here going, what bad Sonic games? I'm playing Sonic Unleashed with people shit talk, and people shit talk the fucking werehog. And I'm like, what's bad? Where's the bad? Point to the bad and show me where the bad is. The bad frame rate? Yes. That's one of the reasons I wouldn't say Sonic Unleashed is one of my favorites. But you never hear the people talk about, like, oh, you know, the level design, like... See, my complaints are constructive, and, like, actually pointing out flaws about the game, while acknowledging and lauding the things that it does right. Whereas the haters just, like, the whole thing is bad because there's no good, and these few incremental bad things are the worst thing ever, and make it unplayable and terrible. Like what? Like the werehog. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see the badness. Sorry, not sorry. I don't like the werehog, but I don't see him being oh so terrible he ruins half of the game. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Show me. Point on the doll where the werehog touched you, and ask him if he will touch me there too. Fuck you, the werehog's hot. Get out of my fucking face. I ain't got time to deal with your bullshit. Look at his big sexy arms. He'll wrap you up in his big sexy arms and keep you close to his white blue fluffy chest. And oh my goodness. Shut the fuck up. I ain't got time for your bullshit. He's got this cute little spike. Like, Amy's stupid. She's like, ew, werehog, I can't believe it's you inside that thing. Fuck you. If you don't like me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best, Amy. Shut up. Amy. You fucking thought. Oh, okay. There we go. It did see the frame rate chugging there a little bit. Like, the werehog in particular really crushes the game's frame rate in some of the more intense moments where there's a lot of enemies on screen because of his fur and because of how many enemies are on the screen. They're like, oh, all these wasted frames. Shove a bit more enemies in there. We're wasting frames. The very Earth's Defense Force. Like, even if the Werehog's gameplay was as bad as people say, it would still be worth it for his fucking... Look at him. For getting the chance to bask in the majesty. It reminds me of, like, you know how, the joke about Beauty and the Beast, where the Beast finally turns back into a person, to a man, to his regular human form, and you're like, change back. You're fucking ugly. Change back to the Beast. The Beast was big and man, you could do a real Beauty and the Beast parable with the Werehog. Of course, that's where my mind goes. Yeah, even if the Werehog's gameplay was abysmally terrible, which again, it's just nothing special. Fucking look at him! He's so fucking cool looking! Worth it! Yeah, look at him slide down slide! Collect this. There we go. And I always end up with so many sun medals. There are an equal amount of sun and moon medals in the game, but you don't need to collect... You don't even need to collect half of them to finish the game. And I always end up collecting more sun medals than moon medals, just because it's so much easier collecting the medals during the Werehog sections than it is during the daytime Sonic sections, because you kind of have to do precise platforming in order to collect them with daytime Sonic. Whereas with Werehog Sonic, you're running around just normally exploring the environment anyway, so it's really not much of a hassle. Oh, I gotta use the handholds. Oh, is this progress? No. Okay, good. I am always a little paranoid about stuff like that, where it's like, I want to go over here and see if there are collectibles. Shit, there wasn't collectibles, it was the way forward. This is where I was supposed to go, god damn it, and now I can't go back and find collectibles in the other route. Oh no. No, no, no. Okay. Come here. There we go. Get the fuck out of my face.
Sonic!
Yeah, this is like the worst, like, this is the only really worst part about the Werehog is the levels kind of drag on really long and you run out of things to say about them. Just because it's so nothing. Like, it'd almost be better if it was terrible, because at least then you'd be like, ah, this is so bad, lol, you know? Which is what certain other people that I have discussed in the past, discussed my disgust for them in the past, are doing with their playthrough of this game, acting like, oh, the Werehog is so bad, lol, it's so bad, lol, it's so bad, when it's abundantly not. Whew. But it'd almost be better if it was, because the way it is, it's just really, like, blasé and kind of tedious to go through, because it's so long, and it's like, combat, platform, combat, platform, combat, platform. And again, this is like, I don't agree with the people who are like, oh, it ruins the game, because half the game is this Werehog. I don't agree that it's ruinous. But it definitely isn't as fun to play for me as the modern Sonic, as the daytime Sonic levels. Oh, what the heck? Fuck you. Get out of my face. So that's kind of what it comes down to being the problem for me with this game, is god damn it! Is me going, yeah, this isn't a bad game, but just not for me, right? Is half of the game is not ruined, it's not super, oh my god, so terrible bad. That would actually be, if it was, I would be able to have fun with that and be like, ah ha ha, look at how bad it is, this is really fun how bad it is, right? But it's not. It's just painfully average. You know, for my sensibilities with my enjoyment of character action games, this is too simple. It's too, like, not complex enough. Oh, you fuck. All that you have done. All that you have done! Like, it's too nothing. It's like... Which arguably you could say is worse, right? But for me, it's not, it's like, it's just whatever. So half of the game, look at that, he got all his health, oh wait, no, it's the fucking wizard. He's healing them. Stop! Fuck! Come on! There we go. That really did a lot of damage. Come on. So half the game is just generic, nothing special, nothing of note, not enough substance here for me to get in, like, real enjoyment out of. It's just kind of, you know, whatever. That's what this gameplay is to me, it's just whatever. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just whatever. There we go. So half of the game is whatever. And then the other half is some of the levels are fun, and some of the levels are dog shit. Like, some of the levels are supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, like Rooftop Run in Spagonia, and some levels are just kinda nothing really nothing really good or bad one way or the other. Like, I would say the levels in Greece are, and the Africa level, and one that we'll get to later, are just kinda no big deal. Just not one way or the other. And then there are levels that are just, oh my god, this is actually terrible and the worst, and I can't stand it. Which I would say would be the China level, and a level we'll get to later on, which I think is the worst in the entire game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So again, for me, it's a balancing act. It's not like, it's a game that isn't more than the sum of its parts. It's not more than the sum of its parts, so I weigh the parts and see what the sum is. And the sum of its parts is just kind of average. So for me, this is an average game. It's a 5. Actually, maybe even a 6, because I do feel like it does have the charm. It does have some deeper substance to it. But the issue is that substance is uninteractive, so it doesn't make me want to play the game. So when I'm weighing it out and seeing what the sum of its parts are, cool edge. I'm saying, like, nah, not enough here to counterbalance the stuff that makes me not want to play it. That will push me over the edge to, yeah, okay, let's pop it in. It's not bad, there's just very little reason for me to want to play it. Like Sonic 1, like Sonic CD.
Oh no.
I kind of have to force myself. Yeah, Chip. I like Chip, fuck you! One of those things that one of the things that people talk shit about this game and say this is the part of the game that's bad is Chip. And guess what? No, I think Chip's kind of awesome. I like Chip. I like the comedy antics. Oh, fuck. I like the comedy antics that Chip has going on. There we go. Again, his biggest problem is just his English voice acting. It doesn't suit his character. If he had a different voice actor, I feel like you wouldn't hear complaints about Chip. I mean, just personally, I don't have any complaints about him. I like his antics, but yeah, his performance... I don't want to say alienating, but it does a disservice to his character. That his performance, his voice acting, in English at least.
Wonder if you could freeze the big guy using this chili canister.
But if you actually go by what he does, and just the script, and not the words that are saying the script, not the voice that is reading the script, I like Chip. I think he's a great little character. He's kind of the Tikal role, almost. He's like if Tikal had more of an interaction with the main plot instead of just being a tutorial voice with a connection to what will end up being the final boss and the lore that is driving the narrative. That's what Chip's deal is. He is the tutorial voice. And he has a connection to what the main whole crux of the plot and the things that the game's story is exploring with that plot end up playing out to be. Fuck. So in that context of Chip being a Tikal type figure, but actually interacting. Like, imagine instead of Chip, it's Tikal. Right? That's easily something you can do and would make sense, and is appropriate and would fit.
We're not gonna get up there until we do something about that barrier.
With like minimal changes to what the plot is.
You guys down below first.
Instead of being Dark Gaia, have it be something to do with chaos again. Right? Not that I'm saying that's what they should do, like, not saying that would improve it or anything. I'm just saying when you're grading Chip's role and what he does as a character, that's how I think of it. This? Oh, it's on the top instead. New pattern. Come on. Yep. Ah! There we go. Nope. Stop.
It's kind of hard to get a fix.
Ah.
I wonder if I can get him to stop.
If you freeze him where he falls,
So close.
you could do some real damage.
Yeah, I get it. There we go. There we go. Yeah, like the complaints about Chip and the complaints about the Werehog. Sorry to jet, but I'm in a hurry. Are the complaints where I'm like, you're just fucking full of shit. Shut the fuck up. Those parts of the game are fine. Get off my dick. Fuck off the edge of my dick. There we go. Honestly, if I didn't have to unlock the cutscenes by, like, doing collectibles, if I just could watch the cutscenes after beating the game, like a normal person, that would be worth popping the game in for. It would be fun to pop in the game to rewatch these cutscenes and enjoy the zany antics. but considering the, like, slog, almost, to collect the cutscenes as collectibles, YouTube's right there.
Oh!
I would say this game has more value and merit in its existence than Sonic CD does. What does Sonic CD have? Banging soundtrack and the animated cutscenes at the beginning and at the ending. Everything in between, like, I guess if you like some, like, relatively open exploration to your Sonic levels, I guess people do say, hey, that's the best one, but not really for me. Not how I would judge it. I would definitely rank Sonic World Adventure over Sonic CD. Poisonally. Hey! What up, girl? Cooley the Runaway. Hualin. Their meat bun shop. Ah, and here's our Africano buddies again. Kikongo. Well, he's traveling the world and seeing what's going on, just like us. You can almost imagine, like, Sonic runs around the planet like this kind of all the time. Only now there's, like, more of a thing to it. Like, I doubt he would, like, really go into the various cities and interact with people. Unless you, like, needed to get him the chili dog, right? But you can imagine him running through these levels and, like, running through these environments and such of that nature on a regular basis. Like, he's like he's Sonic the Hedgehog. He goes with the wind at his back, wherever it takes him, wherever he ends up. And just going on adventures. Like, more than Sonic, like, for calling it Sonic Adventure, it had, like, RPG elements, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. But it really didn't feel like you were going on a journey. It didn't feel like you were going on an adventure. This game feels like, yeah, it's an adventure. We're going around the world and seeing all these exotic locales, and we're traveling around with Chip, our buddy, and eating all these cool exotic foods, which, again, is such a huge part of traveling, and it really is emphasized heavily in this game. Like, all these different food items that you can buy and eat and interact with throughout the game. And it, like, develops the relationship between Sonic and Chip. Like, there's a achievement called BFFs, where if you stuff enough goddamn food down Chip's gullet, you'll get the achievement. Because you're buddies now. In fact, there's, like, some even extra dialogue. Let me see if I can... Let's get some cheese. Actually, no, let's get... a bunch of baguettes. Let's just shove all of these goddamn baguettes down Chip's fucking gullet. Eat the fucking baguettes! You get extra dialogue like this. So it's really, like, that's, again, one of those neat little touches about the game. like outside of just the gameplay, where you, like the NPC interactions and storylines, you can just go around these environments and buy a bunch of different exotic food and have food with Chip and develop the relationship between them, and you get fun little dialogue like this. Like, it's the fun, details-oriented stuff that normally that would be all it would take to sell me on a game. It's just, with this one, it doesn't quite hit it, you know? But it's that type of thing. It's that type of thing where it's got all these fun little aspects. I mean, make up already. There was almost that one time, but then no. You're so nice, Sonic. Always helping out people wherever you go. Again, I've talked about this before, but Sonic's a great character, a great hero protagonist type, because he's the kind of character who isn't motivated by any kind of desire to do good. He's just the kind of person where it doesn't occur to him to not help people. Right? Let's see if we can get one more. That's kind of creepy. That's not the best line of dialogue to get out of context. Didn't get a last one. Anyway, so we shoved fucking almost 20 baguettes down Chip's gullet. We are friends now! And like, that is the like driving philosophy behind this game, is you're traveling with your friend. That it nails. That, yeah, you fucking did it. This game achieved that aspect of it. And you know, like, how can you say a game is bad when it succeeds in what it set out trying to accomplish?
Sonic?